121, 109, 121, 109 Kings win. They are undefeated in November in the United States of America. That's right. They're 3-0 on American soil. But they're 3-1 overall because they did lose in Canada. And we understand that it's not the United States, but let's seek out the positives out of this, guys. In all seriousness, what a ball game. So many ups and downs. Overall, huge win for the Sacramento Kings. A lot of the role players off the bench stepped up big time for this team, and those particular players needed to step up. Welcome sight, Harry Giles, my guy, is back. He was active tonight. He came into the game and he pretty much showcased why he was one of the top high school recruits in the nation and why so many people that I talk to continue to brag about him because they understand that if he's healthy, he's a hell of a basketball player. And all we have to hope now is can he stay healthy? We're hoping that he stays healthy because if he can stay healthy, then Harry Giles will be such a valuable piece for this young basketball team. Bielitsa, 19 minutes, 13 points, 3 of 4. His presence out there requires someone to always stay home on him. The same with a Buddy Hield, who ended up shooting 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, 22 points, 9 of 17. De'Aaron Fox had a really good first half, 9 assists, 17 points for the game, 6 of 10 from the field, had a monster dunk, had a lot of really nice ESPN top 10 plays. And every time he gets this matchup with Trae Young, he tends to wake up for it. But I'll say this, Trae Young is a flat out baller and one of my favorite players in the 2018 class, and just overall, I just love the kid and his game, what he stands for. I think in that third quarter, he had 19 points or 18, something like that. He finished with 30 points, 3 of 10 from beyond the arc, 12 of 22 from the field. A lot of positives. Trevor Ariza, Corey Joseph, and Bogdan Bogdanovic combined for 34 plus 9, 43. 43 points from those three guys will get you a W every single time. So big, big, big. 24 minutes for Ariza, 29 for Joseph, 29 for Bogdanovic. He was 5 of 6. So for all the bogey hate that we see on social media, that I've seen here on live streams, that I've seen on Instagram, it needs to stop. If you guys don't realize that this dude is the real deal and that he is one of the few guys who can create his own shot and create for others on this team, then you're badly mistaken. You have no idea how important a guy like a Bogdanovich is to a team that's trying to make the playoffs and that has aspirations to one day win an NBA championship. Also, before I continue, shout out to my people at Climb Society Folsom. We finally have a date. That's right, the soft opening is next Thursday, November 14th. See you guys there. It's going to be open to the public. We don't have times or time slots. I think there's going to be 3. And once we find out what they are, we will let you guys know. So shout out to Climb Society Folsom. It's finally going to open. So long, but it's going to be worth it because that tower is the real deal and they have a full body cryotherapy chamber. It doesn't get any better than that, man. If you know anything about cryotherapy, it's legit and it's going to make you feel so much better. If you're hungover, go to cryotherapy. If you have pain in any part of your body, go to cryotherapy. Go to cryotherapy, period, because you're going to feel 100 times better and 100 times younger. And I don't know if that's a fact in terms of 100 years, but you get what I'm saying. It's super exciting for the city of Folsom for sure. So shout out to them. People are saying never sleep on Bogey. Why does Buddy keep having so many bonehead moments? He's had a lot of Bohan moments, no question about it. I can't deny that. I think Buddy Hield is very aware of that, and my guy Trey Slate, who is his trainer, will point that out. The coaching staff will point that out, and Buddy Hill will get better because Buddy Hill works tremendously hard at his craft. So expect him to clean those things up. And with that said, he's had a solid game, but if he does clean those up, then the Kings will have more possessions. I understand your frustrations. Sometimes it bugs me too. Not sometimes. It bugs me too because anytime any player turns the ball over and is careless with the basketball, it bugs me. But that's part of the game. You get the good and the bad from every single player. And if these players are striving to fix those things, that's all a fan can ask for. But he's aware of that, and he understands that he needs to clean that up. Harry Giles in 8 minutes, 1 or 2 from the line, 4 points. He had a massive block. Love what I saw. He was active and he was confident in his shot. Man, it's super exciting to see him out there and just perform. This is going to be a quick post game show. That's why I didn't set up the camera and all that stuff. I have to head out, go to dinner. Again, shout out to my people, Sacramento Gear, for sending me this awesome shirt. Um, it's a great representation of Sacramento, so shout out to them as well. De'Aaron Fox, in that third quarter, he turned the ball over a lot. So if we want to talk about turnovers, he turned the ball over a lot because I felt like he was trying to go one-on-one with Trae Young, and it psyched him out. So when that happens, and I like what Luke did, he took him out of the game, calmed him down, he put him right back into the fourth quarter. When that quarter started, he got a few minutes there in the third to rest, to think about what he was doing wrong, and I thought he had a good finish to the game. He ended up with 5 turnovers. Again, most of those turnovers came in that third quarter. He did have about 2 in the first quarter, if I recall. The Atlanta Hawks broadcast team was pointing that out, saying that he averages 4 a game. That's just way too many for a point guard. And I agree. He also needs to clean that up as soon as possible. But he held 2 turnovers. Belita with 1. The team overall had Trevor Ariza had 3. That needs to get better. They had 14 turnovers. Again, not terrible, not good. In the middle. That'll give you a shot to win basketball games. But let's talk about their 3-point shooting. Once again, 18 of 31 from beyond the arc. 58%. That's going to get it done. Make sure to slap that like button. Share with all your NBA fans, with all your Hawk fans. We'll get into the Hawks in a little bit. 58%. That's going to get it done every single time. From the free throw line, 86%. Again, so much better. They had a tough third quarter. They lost it again, but they responded in a flurry. When the game got down to 1 point, they went like in a 15-1 run. I mean, the Kings can just turn on the Jets because they have so many good shooters on this team, and it was just really nice to watch. In terms of the Hawks, Jabari Parker, I was really impressed. You guys know I've been high on him for a few years now, hoping that he was on the Kings or that the Kings would sign him. 25 points, and now he's looking really athletic, really active around the rim. 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, and he needs to stop shooting that ball. But he was cutting really well. He was rebounding the ball. 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Just a solid game. He killed the Kings inside the paint. DeAndre Hunter, the rookie, had 4 points. I wasn't too impressed with them. I have to see much more from him. Alex Len, I liked his minutes in 22 minutes. He only had 4 points. Trae Young, obviously, he's a stud, 30 points. Cam Reddish, I saw flashes of brilliance, and then I saw flashes of being a super young rookie who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Yeah, that's most rookies though. So most 19-year-olds tend to do those type of things, but you definitely see the athleticism, the raw talent, and the upside. This team is going to be really good. They remind me of a young Kings, or maybe a year and a half. Um, you know, Kings, like they're a year and a half away from being the Kings. That's what I'm trying to say. But that process could be sped up a lot faster because they do play in the East, and Trae Young is a hell of a basketball player. They don't even have John Collins, who was a huge part of the system. He got suspended 25 games, I think. I think it was 25 games because he did something similar to what DeAndre Ayton did. Um, I like Fernando from Maryland, the rookie. They have a lot of rookies on this team. Vince Carter, the veteran, the legend. He had some nice plays, some nice moments as well. Kevin Herter, who I loved last year, he's coming off a shoulder injury. Or was it a shoulder injury? He was banged up from the shoulder and from the knee, I think. He came off the bench. He played 30 minutes tonight, 6 of 10, 17 points. Looked really solid, 4-7 from beyond the arc. He's a solid playmaker. I I love Kevin Herter, man. This dude's legit. So he should be starting. If not next game, then in a couple more games. I just think he should be starting over DeAndre Hunter or Cam Reddish. She's better than both guys, to be completely honest. He still played more minutes than both guys did, but he's probably going to start soon. I mean, that combination of Trey Young and Kevin Herter is really, really solid. Someone says our record isn't really bad. Don't think we can make the playoffs. Don't think our record is really bad. Don't think we can make the playoffs. Huh. Just disappointed. Really thought he would be a star. It's just been terrible. He can't shoot. Too many turnovers. I'm lost. I read. Oh, Turco. He a Fox hater. Fox is overrated. Will never be a star if it's a shame because I really thought he would be. Fox is gonna be a star. Fox is a star. Will he be a superstar? Is a different question. Fox is already a star. Corey playing better. Fox needs to slow down. He tries to run through the defense, kind of like Westbrook. No, he needs to do that. He needs to be more aggressive. I think at times he's just way too passive. At least from my point of view. From my point of view, he needs to be way more aggressive. He needs to have that Russell Westbrook mentality because if he does, the league is his. Refs are so bad. What's up, Don? What's up, guys? Never sleep on Bogey. Why didn't the Kings pick up the Harry option now that they can only re-sign him to a $4 million deal? The Kings are just from the outside looking in. Like if I had no idea what was going on, you can just answer that question yourself. I mean, would you invest more money for a guy who hasn't really played? That's not saying that they're not high because the people that I've spoke to within the organization says that they are high on him. Maybe it's a sign for Harry Giles to stay consistent on the floor in terms of. I mean, I think if you're injured and the way you have been, how do you avoid that? Like, is it a is it a genetic thing where your knees will always be pretty much screwed, or what are the doctors saying? That's the insight that none of us have. And if someone says they do, they're lying to you. We don't have that insight. Like, what are the doctors saying? He was medically cleared. What type of workouts is he doing in the off season? They sat him out a year and a half to redshirt and to get his knees in better shape for a rigorous NBA season. So I understand the frustration from fans because you pretty much gave him all this time and then you're not going to essentially double down on your investment. So I get both sides, but it's also an extra added motivation for Harry Giles. And tonight he seemed like he was pretty motivated. And how could you not be? He was back out on the floor doing the thing that he loves the most, which is playing basketball. I enjoyed what I saw tonight. Can I answer that question? It's a difficult question to ask. I explained it really well right now, as a matter of fact. It's just, what do you do? I get both sides. I see both sides. Tough. It's a tough decision to make, and they decided not to pick it up. It's not a big deal. If he continues to play well, they can pay him as an unrestricted free agent, and if he plays well, he will get rewarded. Plain and simple. Well, man, I don't know. No, if The thing is, if you're an NBA athlete, you need to clear with the NBA if you decide to put anything into your body. So if it's not on the list of whatever their list is of adding things in terms of supplements to your body, make sure you get clearance from the NBA before you decide to do that. Learn from DeAndre Ayton, learn from John Collins, and you should be fine. Just clear it up with the NBA. It won't take very long. If you think it's skeptical in any shape, in any way, shape, or form, double check with the NBA because you will get suspended and you will get a lot of flack from me. You will get a lot of flack from the NBA media as a whole. I think it's nonsense. It's childish. It's unprofessional. It's just unacceptable for you not to know what the hell you're putting into your body. If you don't know, ask. There are plenty of people in the front office of the NBA, whatever department you got to go through, and double check if you can take any type of supplement. Remember, always know what you put into your body, especially if you're getting paid to play a sport. That's going to do it, y'all, man. I hope I answered most of your questions. I got to go to dinner. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to slap that like button or dislike button. If you don't agree with me, let me know. Make sure to drop a comment because I don't know if I'll see the live chat, but I will see the post-game comments. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.